everyone. I just finished painting an oil on canvas painting of a dream I had. So this is called The Rebirth. It's there's an egg shape and there's one angel coming out of the egg being reborn, and there's another angel sitting on top. Okay, so I just wanted to talk a bit about what that painting was about, and it came in a dream, and I woke up in the morning and I kind of heard the angels explaining what the dream was about, and they wanted me to just paint it down immediately, I guess, so one doesn't forget. But I never really feel that I forget the images that come to me in my sleep or in the form of paintings, and when I get them, I do paint them down immediately, but not because I'll forget, but it's almost this burning thing that it has to come out, and I have to express it, just like these videos. There's this feeling of the angels pushing me. I've always led a very quiet, private life. I've never really wanted anybody to know that I spoke to angels or could see people that are passed over. I was always terrified of being judged and labeled, and I'm sure some people watching this video, it goes all over the, people, anybody watches this, and once you put yourself out there, you open yourself up for the positive and the negative. And I think what I'd like to say is to people that feel that people shouldn't speak to angels, or they shouldn't communicate with people that are passed over, and that there's something wrong with me, or the devil's inside, or any of those things. I would like to say to those people, instead of sending negative energy my way, please pray for me. If you want to pray for God to protect me and to be there for me and to help me, to guide me on my path, then I really welcome those prayers. And I would encourage you to please pray for me instead of send me negative things or negative energy. I prefer the prayers. So I've always led a very private life. I've never really wanted to say any of this or do any of this, but I felt lately from the angels that it's time for me to share. It's time for me to answer my calling. These gifts were given to me for a reason, and they won't appeal to everybody, but they will help someone. And so it's time for me to be brave and to share all of this. And the dream was about an angel being born out of an egg shape, but that angel represented us, me, you, all of us. And then the angel above her, sitting on top of the egg, also represented us. So it's one soul. It wasn't an angel, but it was represented as us, like human beings, so with wings. So it represented us as having dual nature, our grounded side, and then our spiritual side. So it represented the person, human being, coming out of the egg as the concrete life that we live, all the struggles that we go through, all the insecurities, all the fears, all the pain, all the joys, that solid kind of earthly experience of being grounded and all the highs and lows that come with it. And it represented that side of ourselves, that's the thinking side, that gets caught in things, that gets caught in our relationships, gets caught in our emotions. And then the person or being sitting on top of the egg represents our spiritual nature, our higher self, our enlightened self, the side of us that knows where to go, knows what to do, knows to be kind instead of to lash out in fear. It's that observer, that part of us that gets to watch our journey as we go through life. It's the lighter side of ourselves. It's where we aspire to go. I'll show you the picture again. So this is the egg, This is us representing you and me in our grounded form, the rebirths that we'll take many times throughout our life and then in other lives. And this is our higher self, the spiritual self that continues with us always, that is the enlightened part of ourselves, that knows, that watches, that sees. This is the part of ourselves that gets burdened. And I was thinking about it, and I meditated on the meaning and the interpretation. And all of us will go through many rebirths in our lifetime, in this incarnation and in the next. But when we move house, when we start a new relationship, when we have children, when we do new projects, each point in our life we can begin anew. We can start over, no matter what has gone before. And I think this is a very hard one for people, is that nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, and it's whether you allow those mistakes to define you and break your heart. Sometimes with people, things happen and they don't know how to forgive themselves or others, and the pain is so bad that the light goes out inside of them, and they're living, but they're not living anymore, and everyone gets stuck. And we've all heard the expression, when life knocks you down, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get up again and fight another fight. But sometimes it's really hard. People get stuck, we all get stuck, and it's hard to see the way through again, the light at the end of the tunnel, the good within ourselves, the good within others. And we all need help with that. And this painting was about, in life you can always begin anew, no matter what has gone before. It's about always seeing the goodness, the innate godly goodness within yourself, always believing in yourself, even if there's nobody that loves you or nobody who believes in you. Never abandon yourself, never give up on seeing that you are created in the image of God, that God lies within you, that He loves you, that the angels love you, that they've never abandoned you, even though it might have felt like that. I promise you, the angels are all around you, and your ancestors are with you. And I want to reach out to people just to help them to forgive others, to forgive themselves, even if it's big, even if it's small, and to know that nothing has happened that in this moment you can't see the beauty in yourself. I mean, we're 70% water. A cloud, we wouldn't judge a cloud as bad, yet we judge ourselves as negative and bad. And we go through the day with all the many thoughts that run through our mind, and they're seldom positive towards ourselves. And I really want to reach out to people and to say that we're created in the image of God, that God lies within us and He's beautiful, and that no matter what has happened, you can always in this moment have a rebirth and begin again, that this moment can be a new moment for you, a new moment for others, where you change things and your life changes, and going forward it can be better than it's ever been before. So I want to show you the painting again. So this is the rebirth that can happen in any moment. This is ourselves, kind of bogged down with life, and this is our higher self. This is the one that knows the way. And I wanted to share that I really believe that our actions, we are the sum total of our actions, that our actions lead to a road somewhere, and that we are dual in nature, like the two representing us, that we have our good sides and we have our not so good sides. And I really believe that whatever we do feeds those sides. So if we do acts of loving kindness and generosity and service and goodness, then we grow that side of ourselves. And when we act out in jealousy or anger or envy, or we react to our fears and we harm ourselves and we harm others and we get lost in confusion, then we grow that side of ourselves. But I believe that the way to make up for anything that's gone before is to do random acts of loving kindness. Nobody has to know about it. It doesn't have to be big. You don't have to have a lot of money to give. You can help people just by smiling. I mean, the world is better when people smile in it, or listening to somebody, visiting an old person, helping somebody who needs help carry their bags, volunteering. There's so many ways that we can give to the people around us, and I believe that helps to purify ourselves, to help resolve any negativity that we've done in the world, or to others, or to ourselves. We can begin to clean that slate by doing acts of loving kindness.